Let's talk about a Google business profile for your collision repair shop. Now, you may have this already, and if so, maybe you don't want to watch. That's okay. But if you don't, this is a really important listing for you to have. It makes it really easy for customers to find you when they're on their phone and they decide to look up a body shop. So, Google Business Profile. This used to be called Google My Business, but Google changes things all the time. They're never satisfied, so they just keep changing it to keep us all confused. But nevertheless, this is really good for you to have. Now, let's just jump in. I'm going to walk you through this, and I think you're going to see this is pretty quick. It's fairly painless. It's something you can have set up in probably 30 to 60 minutes. So first things first, we're going to go to google.com/business. And from here, you're going to either sign up or sign in. So to sign up, the accompanying blog post that goes with this video is going to walk you through where to go to do that. But you can sign up for a Google account. So as soon as you're signed up, signed in, you're going to have an option. And your options are going to vary depending on if you have already set up this business in the past, which I'm going to assume here that you have not. But what we're going to do is create a new business. And when you click on that button to add your listing or claim a business, the first thing you're going to do is type in the name of your company. Now, there's a couple options here, and you might find that your business already exists on Google and it hasn't been claimed. Or maybe it exists and it has been claimed. Maybe that's by a marketing person you've worked with in the past or a former employee. Or the third option is you might just discover that your business isn't listed at all. So I have a fictitious business I'm going to use here, and we're going to type in auto bodies, auto body. Okay, so there are some other body shops in my area, and mine's not listed, so I'm going to click right here, create a business with this name. Okay, and this is important. For your category, your primary category, you want to choose auto body shop, assuming that's what you are, and that's who this video is for, right? So auto body shop. You can add different variations on that later, like collision repair and so on, but for now, just choose auto body shop. That's a predefined category that Google offers. Okay, then we're going to hit next. Do you want to add a location customers can visit? Well, you're a physical shop. You have a location. So you're going to click yes here and click next. Now it's going to ask, what's your address? And I picked a random spot on a map for this example. Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 52404. That is what I want. Okay. So I'm going to hit next. We don't do deliveries or home visits. So this is easy. You just follow the prompts and go right through. So next, we're going to need a phone number and a website. Okay, and number. I'm just going to put in my business number and next. Now, most of the time, you're going to see an option to only verify via postcard. And what they're going to do is send you a postcard in the mail, a physical postcard. And when you get that, it's going to have a code and a link back to this website. So you come back here, enter the code, and that's what verifies it. Now, in rare occasions, and this is only mainly because I've done this several times before, they're going to let me verify this by phone number. And even more rare is sometimes you'll see an option to do it by email. If you do it by email, it has to match your website's domain. So I can't do that because that's a fake website. I'm going to skip this for now. We're going to verify later. But what you're going to do is probably choose the postcard option If they let you do it by phone number, that is definitely the easiest. So enter your phone number, they're going to call you and they'll read off a code, and then you type that into the website. So I'm going to press verify later so we can keep moving. Now, this is where you add all your services. Now, there are a bunch of options here, and you can type in your own, but what's important here is focus on your core services. So, for example, if you only replace auto glass in the case of a collision, meaning you don't do it as a standalone service, then don't choose it here. Because what will happen is you'll get calls from people saying, hey, I need my windshield replaced, but it wasn't part of a collision. So if you don't want to do those standalone services, don't list them here. Now, go ahead and choose the ones that you do want. So I don't see any here that I want to include except this body and trim, which is already selected. So I'm going to say show more, and we can keep going through here, and we can say painting. That's really about it right here. So I'm going to add a custom service, and then we can say paintless dent repair. And you can add as many of these as you want. Just make sure they're accurate and appropriate for your business. Okay, so we'll add one more, and let's just say auto detailing. Let's just say we do that as a standalone service, so we'll want to add it. Okay, then we'll hit next. Actually, you know what, a good one, collision repair. Okay, then we'll hit next and add your business hours. So Monday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, and if you have splits, like you're closed for lunch, you can add these in separate chunks. So you could go 7 to noon and then 1 to 5. So unfortunately, we have to do these all separately. Okay, so let's say those are our hours, and we'll hit next. All right, messaging. What this is it lets people who find you on Google, usually through the app, they can message you directly. So I would say if you are the type of person that either has your phone in your hand all the time, or you have someone on staff that does, put them in charge of this. And what's going to happen is if anybody messages you, it pops up on your phone or your staff's phone and lets you respond to them just like a text message. Okay, if you don't want that responsibility, leave this turned off. I would recommend doing it if possible, but let's just say that's not feasible for you. So we'll just turn it off. Then we'll hit next. And here we're going to do a business description. And I'm just going to paste something in here that I created earlier. And next. Okay, next up is photos. So here you can add your logo, your team members, your building, your facilities, anything you can. And over time, we'll add like before and after videos. But for now, let's just add a logo. Okay, so we'll hit next and continue. Now, on this screen, we show that we have not verified yet. That's going to be important. We can continue making updates to this page, but they're not going to appear publicly until we verify. So if you have that postcard on your way, it usually gets there within 5 days. You'll want to get that code in as quickly as you can. Now, over here on the left, you've got all these options. And I just realized, like a dummy, I spelled my company name wrong. So what I'm going to do is go to Info and click the pencil, and we'll say Auto Bodies. Okay. So there's our primary category. We can add additional categories. So you can click through each one of these. And service area, this is important. So let's say you you serve Cedar Rapids, Iowa area, and use your judgment here. This is going to be anything that's reasonable for your territory. People aren't going to drive their car 50 miles to your shop in most cases. So do whatever is nearby, you know, bedroom communities and things like that. And that's going to be perfect. So we'll do one more, Atkins, Iowa, and apply. So now when somebody is in Covington, Iowa, and they're looking for a body shop, it's not going to guarantee anything, but it's going to at least say, hey, we're serving this area. Okay, so let's just move on down. We've got our hours in there. Special hours, this is for holidays. So if you are closed on Thanksgiving, you're going to want to put that in here. And over time, Google will send you emails recommending or asking, are you open on Christmas or New Year's or Easter? And you're just going to go in here and approve it and just say, no, we aren't open on Thanksgiving. So let's move on down. Products, if you don't sell physical products, just leave this alone. Here are some of those services we chose earlier. If you have like wheelchair accessible entrances, anything like that, you can update these. And if you want to put in your opening date, so let's say we opened in 1988 and it was April 1st, April Fool's Day. And again, there's another add photos link there. So we're going to move on. We're not going to do the photos down here at the bottom. We're going to move on and click over here to the Photos tab. We uploaded this logo, but it didn't classify it as our logo. So let's just fix that. Let's say I'm going to click on this and delete it. We're just going to come back and do this the right way. So choose photo, and we're going to select that again. And we're going to drag this so that it's cropped properly. And we have our logo. It's got a label on it now. Okay, so continuing on, if you have photos of the exterior of your building, click here and upload them. If you look across the top, we've got some categories here. So you can add videos up to 30 seconds. You can, so you know, that might be good for introducing yourself to your customers, or just maybe a quick overview of your facilities, things like that. So you can add a photo of your front desk, your team at work, the exterior, individual team members, staff. So you can add all your photos there. Now let's go back up here, and we're going to skip insights for now and look at reviews. Over time, people are going to start reviewing you, and it is crucial that you answer those reviews. Reply to each and every one of them, good or bad. If it's bad, don't get in a fight with your customers. Just try to take it offline, try to answer it rationally, because if you snap back at them, it's going to make you look bad, not your customer. So just keep it civil. Messages, this is that option earlier if you want people to chat with you. Products, we're going to skip. Services, again, you can keep adding services over time. You don't have to do this all at once. The website option, I would recommend skipping that unless you just don't have a website. You can create a very, very basic website here. They're not good. So let's skip that. But once you're verified, once everything's set up, you're good to go, you're live, then you can come back and use the posts feature. And this is a great way to keep all your info fresh. Google loves these updates. You use Google's tools and maybe they reward you a little bit. So what you can do here is create your first post, and across the top we have categories: COVID updates, offers. So if you have a standalone service like auto detailing in the off season, you could say, you can make an offer here. Put a photo of a spotless car and any details here. The one I use the most is what's new. So here, this could be anything. If you do a new blog post on your website, you can add the main image here and then write a teaser to your blog post and then a link. You can choose this, say learn more, put a link back to the blog post. So it's a good way of funneling traffic back to your website. Another use for this is before and after photos. You can add more than one photo, up to 10 per post. So you could add your before photo and then save it, then add your after photo, and then write a little blurb about it. This car was involved in a collision with a deer, front end was damaged, whatever you want to put. And then if you have a section on your website you want to point to, you can do that. You could say, book an appointment, learn more, one of those, and link back to your website. Those are the ones I use the most often. You could do an event. If you sponsor continuing ed events, for example, you could put that in here. But I think in most cases, the what's new option is going to work the best. Once you're done, hit publish, and it's live. But at any rate, that is a very quick overview of how this all works. But just remember, it's free, it's easy to do, and it's going to pay off. So last but not least, if you have people in your business that you want to help with this, you don't want to do it all yourself, you can invite them to join the team and manage this for you. So if you have a marketing person, whether that's internal or external, you can invite them to manage your business profile. And that's what we do a lot of. We do posts on behalf of customers, update hours, take care of all of it for you. But with that said, it's really simple. So get your team involved, let them help you with this, and it's going to be a lot easier to find you. So hope that helps. Hey, I'm Jason Ferguson, and I want to help you market your auto body or collision repair business. If you like what you see here, please subscribe to be notified when new videos are released. You can find out more about digital marketing services from Conspicuous Digital. Thanks for watching. Now get out and fix some cars.